48 back in 2014. There's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it.
Out of the shotgun. Here's Darnold. This pass complete to Higgins. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? On 1st down, it's Darnold. A screen to Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 39-yard line.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Bell. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Open man is Higgins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's 4th down.
Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal.
Matt Bryant on for the field goal.
And Bryant's kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Half 85, half 80, go.
On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
And let's pin the mirror.
Hey, wahoo!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Our time. It's our time.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the right side here with Yeldon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. After the interception, here's Darnold. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Sua Cravens came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Check 50, check 50. And 80. And turn it up.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. That's a cornerback in for the sack, Tre'Davious White.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Come on, baby.
Alert!
Check the backer. Switch it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll find Hall. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Hey, exit.
Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Allen And now looks to throw. That one complete to Yeldon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
6-yard line.
53 at the mark. Kill.
Check 4.
They'll toss it to Yeldon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Check 53. Now watch one. Check.
Go.
Check 53. Mark. Record.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Right there. Hey, watch this.
Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Caught here by Bell. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Second and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, Darnold. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Sua Cravens in there to get him, and with it, time will expire here in this first half of play. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now T.J. Yeldon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Mike 54. I'm coming.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Got a man. It's Brown. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. This will be caught by Brown. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Second and 9 now from the 21.
Watch the slant. Check.
To throw is Darnold. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. With it is Brown. Not a big deal on that one, just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. He's going to fire one deep left sideline, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It got his man complete. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one fielded at the 5.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here we go, son.
58, 58, come on, lady. Drop deep, 36.
From the 50, it's Darnold. This pass complete to Higgins. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play, and facing a 2nd and long. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Now it's Darnold. This is caught by Robinson. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Exit.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Darnold. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Watch 49.
So don't say nothing. Watch that.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
You draw Corker.
That's another Jets. First down.
This is Bell. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You run.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. A screen to Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
They're on 31-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll run it again with Yeldon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's going to fire one deep left side. He's got a man complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
And the Bills first down.
Mike, 53, Mike, go. Go!
On the run, it's Yeldon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Yeldon. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
The 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Check hot route.
Here's Yeldon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their own.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Check. ready? Rush in.
Darnold now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
So good field position for the Bills as they